Yes, you can proceed.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Smita Kotkar and I welcome you all to NVesion's live meeting on YouTube, a Toastmasters Club with a difference. Let me welcome you once again to this meeting where we are going to be presenting a whole lot of different things from what you actually see and witness in a Toastmasters meet. Today, we will be holding a presentation session. And before we actually take you into the presentation section, let me welcome all the people who are here. I would request all the participants of today's meeting, if possible, to switch on your cameras. With that, we could have an interaction session, get to know you a little better, and speak to you about from where you are joining us and how you've come to know about us. Good evening, good afternoon, Toastmaster Umar Farooq. How do you do?
I'm doing fantastic, awesome, amazing, alhamdulillah.
That's lovely. And where are you joining us from?
I am from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, joining from there.
And how did you come to know about
Actually, interestingly, I will say I am from Pakistan, living in Saudi Arabia, attending a meeting in India. How is it? How's that?
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that the world is actually...
Yes, power of globalization.
I know. We're all here to get... the internet brings us all together and actually tells us how close the world actually is. So welcome to our meeting. I hope you have a wonderful time and I'm sure you actually will.
Yes, I hope so.
Would also like to welcome Toastmaster Devansh. Hello, Toastmaster Devansh. How do you do? And I hope you will be here till the end of the meet. Toastmaster Arpit Maheshwari or guest Arpit Maheshwari. We would like for you to switch on your cameras, please, and tell us from where you are joining us and how did you come to know about our meeting.
Hey everyone. So I cannot switch on my video because there are a lot of noises there. So I'm outside. So there is a black kind of screen also. So that's why I cannot switch on my video. So my name is Arpit Maheshwari. I'm joining from Delhi. So I'm a member of Toastmasters Club of Speaking and Leadership based in New Delhi. And I come to know about this meeting from the WhatsApp group. I've seen your posters. They are excellent. So that's why I've joined firstly in this meeting. Thank you so much. And the topic was also interesting. So that's why I've joined.
Thank you so much for joining us, Arpit. And now, before we actually begin with our Toastmasters meeting and we have our friends here and we have our guests here, let me also tell you what Toastmasters is all about. What is the mission statement of Toastmasters International? Well, Toastmasters International is a club where we provide a supportive and a positive learning experience. Here, members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills. These result in greater self-confidence and personal growth. NVezion is just another club which is fostering and honing all these skills for its members. And today, we bring to you a special kind of a meet. Before we actually also get into the different details of what our special meet is going to be all about, I would also like to tell you that once you log into a Toastmasters meeting, you are within the code of conduct of a Toastmasters meet. So for that, I would like to request you to keep your audios off and your videos on as much as possible so that we can interact with each other. If there is something that you would like to speak about in the middle of a conversation that is going on, kindly use the emojis like the one that I have just shown, where you raise your hand. Or if your camera is on, then you can also raise your hand. Kindly do not interject the speaker while the speaker is presenting his or her topic. Okay. I would also request you to use as many emojis as you feel like to help the speaker, encourage the speaker, and participate in the meeting. You also have the chat box option available for you, where you can express anything that you feel like about the meeting, or you would like to converse with us, except when the speaker is already speaking. That time, when you put something in the chat box, it will distract the speaker, and I would ask you not to. I will request you not to write anything in the chat box at that time. If, however, there is some urgent message that you can send, kindly send a personal message to me. Right now, I will be the master of the ceremony for the evening, or you can also send it to Toastmaster Syed Faisal Zaidi. He will also respond to any particular message that you would like to send us. With that, let me welcome our presenter for the day. Our presenter here today is the founder of NVezion.com. He is a digital marketing expert. He's been in this business for over 15 years. He is a person who will help you out with all your digital solutions. He will be there with all solutions regarding anything that you come up with as far as digital platform is concerned. With that, please help me welcome with a warm round of applause Toastmaster Syed Faisal Zaidi. Toastmaster Syed Faisal Zaidi, the virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smita. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Smita Kotkar. Thank you so much for lovely introduction and setting the mood of the meeting. To add with your words, let me tell my guests that in NVezion, we used to follow a special structure of the meetings. We have divided our 4 weeks into 4 various special segments. First week, we used to have a speech marathon. In second week, we used to have keynote speakers where we used to bring industry expert, influencer to address our audience and give us insights of what is happening around the globe. In third week, we used to have workshop where our Toastmaster of the day or any member take the opportunity and present their skill or teach us anything what they know well. In the fourth week, which is today, we are having presentation week where our members come with a prepared presentation. We will present in front of the audiences, and audiences are going to evaluate the workshop, the keynote, the presentation, everything whenever it comes relevant. Today, I'm going to present a presentation skill. I am belonging to a background of digital transformation industry where I help people to digitalization, their goal. Wherever I used to go to my customer, they used to ask me many things like information management system or any kind of marketing idea, marketing strategies, marketing help, any digital help. I am capable and doing this since 15 years. Today, I'm going to present my presentation in 2 parts, where I will present marketing plan for one of my customer. And in the second part, I will play the table topics in my own way. So before I move into the presentation, let me share my screen and show you what is my presentation going about. It's here. So this is a presentation for one of my customer. It's named Fudex Technologies. It's an information technology company in Saudi Arabia in Khobar. And you try to follow their theme, their logo theme in the design. And I study their company current situation and advise them how they can grow in year 2022. As you can see in the below, I have mentioned this template. design template I took from Microsoft Office templates gallery. Before moving to the presentation, let me tell you one insight that how I prepared my presentation. First thing, I went to their website and I checked their online presence. This is their website. I checked their website, understand about their work, what they are doing, and how they are doing in the market. Then I went and studied their social media pages, and I was looking how they are marketing themselves on various social media platforms. After all this study, then I prepared this marketing plan for them. As I said, it's an IT company doing well in Khobar. And by summary, I was going to give them a plan for year 2022 where they can aim a growth of 30% every quarter. This was my objective, to give them understanding of their brand, understanding of their current brand positioning, and understanding of their current revenue generation, and understanding how they can grow, how they can build their brand better, and how they can grow 30% each quarter. So for that, I have analyzed their company structure. I have given them their strength, as they were very strong in workforce. They have professional people, they have big team to execute any project, and they have good expertise in the industry. They are capable of handling any kind of project, be it small or large scale, ERP, small website, or full e-commerce platform. They are very capable of them. And their prices are also very competitive in the comparison of the current market. Their weakness was they are inactive on online medium. They have some certain like government agencies, or they have some certain customers. They are focusing on them only. That's the reason they were not highly active on the online. And their sales and marketing team size is also not that big to capture the mass market. And the capital investment on the sales and marketing, they have kept very small. They are not putting a lot of effort on the marketing side. So that's the reason they are not very popular in the market, but they are doing good. They have big team. They are executing so many good projects in Saudi Arabia. Even Mr. Awan is here. He knows about Hunger Station. He also contributed in Hunger Station, and he has developed so many modules of Hunger Station. He is working as a technology development partner. Before, he was working with that. And the opportunity, as we all know, in IT and digital medium, we have huge opportunity. The competition is big, but the market gap is also big. That's the reason we have high demand of these kind of services. IT outsourcing, development, website design development, content creation. This has huge opportunity in the market. Besides, we have big competition as well. If you are good with your services, then you can capture the big market. And current government policies around the globe, they are more into focusing to move the business from classical way to digital platforms. All the businesses, as we can see, be it insurance company, any what they call it, food and grocery, apparels, all they are preferring to move on e-commerce platform, make their digital presence and market themselves, because the youth, the population is moving towards digital mediums. Now people are using mobile, computers, tablets, PCs, and they are spending more time on internet. So we have huge opportunity to bring the target audience to our brand through the online medium. This is a huge opportunity for everyone. Like in Saudi Arabia also, and India, they are moving towards that. We have moved to e-invoicing system where no more hard copies are required to submit any invoice. You just create the invoice through some applications and registered in our government here, Zakat portal. Then you can publish your invoice. You can send your invoice directly to your customer. That the situation is showing us the huge opportunity we have in the market. And as we all know, the pandemic came, we have realized more than before that we need to move to digital mediums. As we have moved, even Toastmaster meeting used to have on offline meeting more than the online meeting. But after the Corona pandemic came, crisis came, majorly we have moved to online presence. And SEO, search engine optimization, is one technology. With the help of SEO, we can present our brand and it can reach to the global audiences, not only your local. You can target your local and global audiences as well. The threat, we have threat also alongside with the strength, weakness, and opportunity. We have some threats also, that market competition, and sometimes when you make a bad SEO strategy or social media marketing strategy, if those strategies gone wrong and you are not being able to properly analyze your data and properly target your audience, then you will lose your money, you will lose your time without getting any better benefits out of that. And also when you are on online medium, you have the opportunity to expose yourself to huge mass market. And if we started getting more projects, more people coming to you and asking about your business, your brand, your services, then do you have that big team to address their queries, answer them? And this is also one threat. You can go online and you can make your brand awareness on the online, but are you ready with that platform? If your audience comes like a flood, then you will be able to handle them. And also with huge customer leads, we have a problem that if we have many projects at one time, are we capable of handling many projects at a time? So these things were as a threat for them. Then I have compared their current situation, and then I have suggested what they can do better to enhance their online presence. Currently, their website was 60% ready. As I can say, I can see from their website was lacking so many basic things which is required for a good brand positioning or good brand awareness in the audiences. Their content was weak, and the design, the navigation, the information, required information, it was lacking these basic fundamental things on the website. And their presence on Facebook, Instagram is next to inactive, because they are not actively posting their newsletters. They are not actively posting the new services or new products they have introduced to the market. So these things were basically lacking in their online presence. That's why I have suggested them to revisit the website, improve the content and appearance of the website and social media platforms to increase the brand awareness. And after that, I have suggested them growth strategy step by step, what they can do month by month. For example, year February 2022 is stage 1. They can work on making their online presence strong. They already have online presence, but not very strong, so they can work and improve them. Then they can align their sales and marketing team to address, to handle once the flood or inquiry come from the online medium or any customer or visitor of the website or online platforms come and ask questions. So you have to be ready with your team. There will be somebody who can handle the calls, emails, messages on online platforms, and start active engagement on social media. Start posting your newsletters, your product information, your success stories. Whatever you have, you speak to your audiences, you speak to your online audiences. With that, you will make one strong and powerful online presence. When you are actively interacting with your online audience, online visitors, it will make your brand positioning very strong. And then they have to structure the products line and pricing module. They have to structure that what kind of audience they have to target, what products and services they are going to serve. They have to structure for online medium what they want to target, for offline or current existing customer, how they are targeting, what would be their first line support system, how they will provide after sales support services. They have to structurize all those things. And very important, to prepare the budget for this year 2022. This was my suggestion for first month. Second, this will take time. I have suggested them to take February, March, and then April, we will start doing something else. With the help of, by doing and creating those things, then we will be able to generate more revenue from online. So I have suggested focus and aim on generating 40% of the revenue from your online and 60% from your existing customers and your offline customers, where you go use cold calls and bring the customers, start generating from that place. And from here and afterward, we have to aim 30% of sales growth every quarter. We have to analyze where we are going wrong, where we are improving, same like what we do in Toastmaster. What is our commendation? What is our recommendation? What area we are doing good, and then what area can be improved. So data analysis is very, very important in this and very vital to monitor every quarter. Every 3 months, we will sit and we will discuss about our strategy, how this is working and where we can improve. Then it will also take a little bit time. I have given them April, May, June, and then July, we have another action plan. Here, I want them to introduce proper CRM application, which is customer relationship management application for in-house sales and customer management system, where if you have digital environment, your productivity will be more effective and you can do better than before. Imagine your sales team or finance team recording your data on paper, register, or maybe Excel or Word, something like that. Sometimes they will lose these data, and sometimes it takes long time to retrieve this data. For example, if you are registering something in register, and after 6 months, I ask, Faisal, can you bring me the customer data of year 2021, month August, how much they order from us and what product we have given to them and how much invoice we have created for them, generated for them. Did they pay all the money or they have something balanced? So all these things, if you have automated environment, digital environment, the report and the forecast, strategies, everything will be on your fingertip. You can just filter by customer, all the history of the customer will be in front of you. How much invoice you have generated for them, how much discount you have given to them, what is their quotation last year, everything is on your screen. So having these days automated system, introducing automation in your business is the key thing of the success of any business now, because every second, every blinks of your eyes, world is changing dramatically. Things are dramatically changing. So you have to be in sync with the change in the industry, change in the globe. And you have to introduce proper support channel for customers. For example, you are developing a website or software for them and they have some bug or something, so they will contact to whom and how their queries or technical problem will be solved. So you have to have proper channel to address after sales support as well. I have suggested them in July to hire more sales and marketing staff to work on it. Then in October 2022, in stage 4, I have suggested them to increase the marketing budget. Now you see, after few months, first I have suggested them to create yourself proper and then increase your marketing budget by 25% than the previous. Whatever is your previous budget, increase that budget by 25% more. Invest more on paid and content marketing, better use of LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, and use paid marketing. Paid marketing is very good to focus, target on your correct audience. The ad will be displayed to your targeted audiences. For example, currently, if you are doing just going and throwing your content on social media and not knowing who is accessing, who is watching, how many of male, female, age 18 to 35, you have to have those analytics. And based on those analytics, you have to set the target audiences. For example, if you have paid marketing and you throw your content without knowing your audience, so you don't know, my ad should be focused to one local area, for example, in Lucknow. But if you did not know in advance and throw them as it is, so it will be open to all world, and unnecessarily unwanted people will click, your money will be leaking, and you don't know why my ads or my effort on social media online presence are not giving me enough revenue or enough return against that. Then in October, we will revisit again the marketing and business plan. We will revisit the budget and revise the budget after collecting all this data up to this point. And finally, in January 2023, I want them to analyze whole year, and we have to see if we have achieved those 30% sales growth, what we have targeted, and if not, then where we went wrong. And then I want them to take their business on fully digital environment. No more, I don't want them any classical method to follow in the business. I want them to introduce ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning System, where they can automate their full organization, HR, finance, marketing, and all, even their software development team, production, everything they can make automated with the help of ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning System. This is how I have suggested them their growth strategy, and then I have given them comparison of their current situation. The numbers, figures are just roughly, just to show you the method, what I followed. I have taken their 2021 data, the number of clients they have existing, number of orders they are getting yearly, and what is their gross revenue every year, and what is their net revenue every year. Gross revenue, it comes without your expenses, without your sales tax or VAT you have submitted, then net revenue after deducting those expenses and those things. Then I have forecasted for them that in year 2022, you have to achieve the target of clients 195. Just imagine how big I want to take a leap for them. And then year 2023, they have to achieve the target of 250 clients, and year 2024, up to year 2024, they have to make huge changes in their organization. This is the financial table I have created for them. Then what is my calculation method? How I calculated your target gross profit, net profit, and what is the net revenue profit percentage we have. So incomes, they have orders, and then sales, they have certain sales every year. Average price per sale, I have taken one average amount, that average, we call it sales ticket. Average sales ticket is, let's say, 15,000 Saudi Riyal. Based on that, their net revenue at 40% profit, they should have 150,000 out of their sales. The expenses, I suggested them according to percent, like 35% in the beginning, when we are now focusing more on marketing and sales, their 35% of the budget should go on marketing and sales cost. Then 25% on services and product enhancement and product generation cost. Operational cost should be 25%. Product development cost should be 10%, and others expenses should be not more than 5%. So this is how I have given them one analysis of their financial forecast. And then I told them to focus on creating the structure of their services according to this. Yani if they have startups, they should focus on branding and brand positioning, digital marketing, website design and development, mobile applications, CRM, e-commerce, etc. If they have big corporate or mid-sized corporate, they can go with branding and brand positioning, digital marketing, website design and development, mobile applications, document archiving management, ERP, CRM, e-commerce. I have divided their services according to the target audience, according to the target we are going to focus. They have design studio. In design studio, they can go for UI, UX designing, graphic designing, video, animation, infographics, etc. And in business solutions as whole, they can provide digital transformation services, business analysis, consultancy, planning, human resource management, and information management. And they have to structure their team also in proper hierarchy. They should have reporting authority, and they should have product manager or projects manager, business development manager, sales manager, where we can decide who is answerable for what kind of activity. Roles and responsibility in one organization should be clearly defined and given to the employees. Thank you so much. This is from my side. I have given this marketing plan for you. Before moving to table topics, I would like to have the feedback, comments, recommendation. Let's talk. If you have any question on any slides, you can ask to me. The floor is open for question and answer and your feedback. Toastmaster Smita, over to you. You can moderate the question and answer and feedback.
Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faisal. It was indeed a wonderful presentation. May we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Faisal, please. Thank you so much. And now the floor is open for the audience. And I want audience feedback. Number one, on how appealing the slides or the entire design of the presentation that Toastmaster Faisal had presented was. I would also like you to comment and give him a good feedback on his delivery. After that, we would also like to speak about the content of the presentation. So Toastmaster Saurabh, would you like to tell us, how did you, were you present throughout the presentation?
Not throughout, but like, I regret that I wasn't present throughout this. The thing is, obviously we all know that this is an information era, and I joined a little late, but to be honest, I seriously felt that this shouldn't be a free thing. It is something that I'm willing to pay for it. Like seriously, this wasn't something where he did a vague things about overview of what things you should do, what you shouldn't do. But actually, he gave you a step-by-step process what exactly to do. So that I really loved it. Obviously, I wasn't present. I always say this, I'll see the recordings, but due to the viscosity of time, I never get time. But seriously, what?
Not at all. So how did you like the presentation? Now you loved the content and you really enjoyed the actual matter and what he was presenting. Now let's go on. Let's go over his delivery part. What do you think? What feedback would you like to give? One commendation, one recommendation on his delivery.
Okay, since Toastmaster Faisal presented it, so I know he wouldn't have got time to go through all the content that he had to share. So obviously, if you know something and you're delivering it, it actually comes out from the heart. So that is a good part about Toastmaster Faisal. And one recommendation that I have is, though you know everything, but for several things, note down the pointers. I know for a content like this, it is not possible to go through write or each and everything that you are going to present. But I really want you to write few pointers that you already had in your slides. Still, I want you to write few pointers in a rough sheet to where about go about one thing, second thing, next thing, next thing. So you just have those headlines, and the next, I know that next part you'll easily cover up. So there was a time that I could see that you were looking somewhere here. So that could have been avoided. Other than that, I know you would have started working on the content part on the last day. In fact, today only. So no feedback as such, but it is just one thing that I want you, because I personally felt that this content should have been, this is usually not available to access for free. I personally felt that. So if you want to take it on a next level and you want people to pay for it, then just one suggestion: if you can write down the pointers a little earlier and you have an idea, because next I know you have an entire idea and you can go on and on about that. That's it.
So that means you're suggesting that the entire presentation should not have been so detailed. He could just have some pointers there and then probably have people approach him to share more ideas about what he wanted to present. Is that what you're trying to say? When you said I would be willing to pay for it and so much content is not available and he's just freely given it to everyone. Okay, yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Toastmaster Asankhya, I can see that you are present in the room. Hello. Would you like to give a feedback on the slides as such? Were they self-explanatory, or do you think they should have been lesser content as far as like Toastmaster Saurabh said, or would you have preferred something else on the slides? Okay, so I'm sure we'll connect with Toastmaster Asankhya again. Hello, Carla, Andrea, it's good that you are there. Hello out there. We have another guest and I can just see an ID as such. I do not know who's behind that ID. It says Kamar at Compu something, which is also compusoftme.com. And would you like to share your feedback? Okay. So, hello, Carla, Andrea, would you like to share your feedback with the speaker about what you felt about his presentation?
Hi, good morning from Guyana, South America.
Hi. Hello,
I believe my feedback on Toastmasters Syed presentation this morning at my end, I believe it was quite informative. I believe that I grasped most of the concept that he would have highlighted here with regard to his presentation. I love the fact that he smiled, he was very engaging with the audience, and that drew me into his presentation. I like that his PowerPoint presentation was not too crowded. It had the right amount of wording in a way we, the audience, was able to connect and to really listen and to take recommendations from his presentation. Notwithstanding that he's in his living room and you ought to be as comfortable as he chooses to be. But nonetheless, I love that you smile. I love that you take control and you were comfortable and you engaged the audience. And that for me stood out for your presentation. Congratulations as you continue to present more powerful and impactful presentations. Toastmaster Samita, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kala, for your valuable feedback. I'm sure Toastmaster Faisal has taken in the pointers that you have mentioned. Yes, it was a very detailed presentation. And now I would like for people to tell me, as far as the growth strategies, the brand positioning, or the online presence or the SWOT analysis were done, how effective can you, would anybody like to speak upon the effectiveness of the presentation? Do you think the people to whom he would actually be presenting the presentation to, do you think they would be impressed by it, or there were some factors where, or there's some issues where he think he could work upon or he could add in? Do you think he could add something to the presentation? Anybody who would like to give their feedback on it? Okay, Toastmaster Faisal, it was a wonderful presentation.
Saurabh is raising hand.
By all our viewers.
I guess Toastmaster Smita is facing some network glitches. So I'll quickly go on to
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying Saurabh was raising hand.
Yes. Oh, I just saw that. Yes, I think the network connection is a little unstable at my end. I'm sorry for that. Yes, Toastmaster Saurabh. Now I can see that raised hand.
Okay, for the effectiveness part, I personally felt that it was actually
Toastmaster Saurabh.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Smita, though you're not here. But yeah, for the effectiveness part, I personally felt the audience was connected to your screen and throughout. And the best part was actually you told them what next to be done. One thing I really wanted you to add in the effectiveness area is if you could ask some questions, because since the things have gone online, I passed my last semester in last 2 semesters virtually only, and the best teachers that I had were constantly questioning me. Are you with me? Are you with me? And that actually brought the attention of the students back in the classrooms, because we all know how pandemic hit us and how shifting to a virtual class was a difficult thing, not just for students, but for teachers as well. So asking certain questions during the middle of your presentation could have made a little more impact. So that's just a recommendation. Otherwise, it was the things that you shared, what next to be done, that in the April, this is going to be happen. In the May, this is going to happen, or now is the time to shift to certain things. So that was actually effective, very effective. And if you could have asked certain questions during the session, it would have made it would have been a little more effective. That's what I think.
Point noted. Thank you so much, Saurabh. Carla, usually people were giving me advice that your presentation, sometimes it doesn't connect with the audience. Sometimes you lose the connection and it becomes boring, or people are not enjoying your connection. So can you advise me or give your feedback while watching my presentation? How do you feel about this?
Thank you, Toastmaster Faisal. In my opinion, your presentation, for me, it was informative. And I was glancing through the audience for those of the persons who had their camera on, and I saw their facial expression, that they were connected with your presentation. One of the things I do while my camera is on, I scroll through to see when the presenter is presenting, how the audience would respond. So in my opinion, I believe that you were able to connect with the audience. Secondly, I like that you didn't read the PowerPoint slide, but what you did, you speak to the PowerPoint slide, and that for me caused an engagement, not only with me as the audience member, but other persons who were sitting Because most time persons who do presentation, they read from the PowerPoint slide, and that for me can be very boring, but you didn't do that. What you did, you speak to the PowerPoint slide and to the audience. And in my opinion, I believe that I was able to grasp what you were saying, notwithstanding that you did an exceptional job while presenting. And I love that you smiled, which for me add a little comfort to the audience. So don't forget to smile while you're doing your presentation. Excellent job.
Thank you so much, Carla. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Carla. Well, believe me, I was speaking all along and I thought the connection was wonderful at my end. Needless to say, it was just the opposite and I lost connection. Okay, so Toastmaster Saurabh, could you actually present your views and what you wanted to say? You had raised your hand earlier when I got disconnected.
He did that.
You've done it. Wonderful. Okay, so my only feedback for Toastmaster Faisal would be that though you told about your presentation and you spoke about it, and this is what you have planned to do and this is what you would like to tell them, right, for the people. So I would have liked for you to actually give the presentation as if you were giving it to those people, to your target audience, and presented it in that manner to us. Then I think a lot of your delivery would have been different. Then you would have spoken as you would have spoken there, and then we would have been able to tell you more on your delivery part, right? So I think next presentation, when you give it to us, we would like you to present it to us as if we were your target, as if we are your target audience, and then we can give our feedback on the delivery. So wonderful presentation, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we still have half an hour to go, and we bring to you the second part of today's evening's proceedings, which is the table topic session. We have a table topic master amongst us who's actually, let's say, not just a table topic master as in the word goes, but actually a master with words. And he is also the presenter who actually presented today's presentation, that is Toastmaster Faisal. So he will now give you a wonderful ride, whereas table topics is concerned. So Toastmaster Faisal, over to you. I'm sure we would like to see the table topics that you have prepared for us.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smita. The idea was to show my presentation skill. First, I have presented a business PowerPoint presentation. Then I have decided to go with and presenting table topics in my own style. So I have used the same help of presentation and created the table topics. So here I am presenting the table topics for you. As we all know, in Toastmasters, table topics is very enthralling and engaging segment where all the Toastmasters, we love to participate. We love, and this is the most awaited segment in the Toastmaster meetings, and where we used to talk on impromptu topics. It helps us preparing ourselves to talk spontaneous subjects, spontaneous topics, and make us a good speaker when we opt to talk impromptu. You will have 1 to 2 minute time. We don't have a huge number of audiences here. We have few people. So I would ask Saurabh if you can time the speaker, and then when you will speak, I will time you. So who is going to talk first? Who is going to take the first topic? Today I have brought a cup of coffee or a book. So the style or things is want to see you are lover of a coffee or a book. Who is going to take the first topic? As you can see, I have object here, coffee, books, and there is number written in the middle of those coffee and book. You have to choose the number of your favorite thing. Who is going? Ismita Kotkar, okay. Okay, let's start with you. Cup of coffee or a book?
A cup of coffee, please. Number 5.
Number 5. Let us see what we have in this cup. Ismita, did you know coffee was discovered by a goat herder? It was said that coffee was discovered by a goat herder in Ethiopia in 1500. He saw his goats eating coffee cherries. Afterwards, he observed a change in their behavior. They gained a high amount of energy and did not sleep at night. So this is the information about coffee, and your topic to speak is the path to your goal may be tough, but it may be closer than you think. Toastmaster Smita, the path to your goal may be tough, but it may be closer than you think. Over to you.
Whenever you meet people around you and they see you morose or they see you out of energy, people come sit by you and they always tell you, life is not over. There are a whole lot of things that one can do. There are a whole lot of things to be achieved. The goal that you actually want to achieve, it may look further away, but believe me, it is absolutely nearer to you only if you put your mind to it. I would like to tell those people who have comforted me many a times, and I'm sure who have comforted many people also, it's easier said than done. Yes, there are a lot of books on how to achieve your goal. And yes, there are a lot of mantras out there about you believing that you can do to achieve your goal, and everything that you want to do is actually always here up in your mind. And it's only your belief system that will go and help you achieve your goal. It's really easier said than done. A goal, one's goal, your dreams, your aspirations. Am I demotivating you? No, I'm actually telling you what the truth is. Your dreams, your goals, your aspirations are something that will not come very easily. You will really have to work smartly at wanting to achieve them. If you think working hard always will lead you to success, it is never. Generally, it doesn't work that way. One has to approach your goals with a lot of smartness. One has to really work, visualize, and work the nitty-gritties on working out on your goals. Things are achievable, but only if you actually work towards achieving them. I am on my path, and I hope that you too would achieve all that you really dream of. My best wishes to you. Over to you, Toastmaster Faisal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smita. Indeed, you are an inspiration for us. You never demotivate anybody. And we will follow the same path that you are in. Thank you so much. Now moving to our next speaker, let's have, so 5 is out of the league now. Let's have Carla. Would you like to come forward and speak on a topic?
Yes, please. I'll take number 4, the book.
Number 4, the book. Let's see. Carla, did you know India is the country that reads the most? India is the biggest country according to 2005 UOP World Culture Score Index. An average Indian dedicates over 10 hours every week to read. Thailand and China come second and third. So this is for you on books. Your topic to speak on is persistence and good habits, an important quality in everybody's life. Persistence and good habits, an important quality in everybody's life, everyday life. Over to you, Toastmaster Carla.
Thank you, table topic master. Persistence and good habit is a trait in each and every one of our lives. In today's society, we have to inculcate good habits. For example, growing up as a child, I was taught by my grandparents to be respectful to each and every single person. I was also told that there are two types of beauty. They are inner beauty and there are outer beauty, which reflects our attitude. We can be beautiful on the outside, but our attitudes that we portray, the persistence in our attitude can affect our day-to-day life. Even in our daily lives with our job, our family, and more so in Toastmasters. If we're not persistent in accomplishing our goals or displaying the right attitude, we are going to be far behind of our goals and we are going to have problems. Let's say Toastmaster Symmetry gave me an evaluation and I wasn't too pleased with her evaluation. I give her an attitude. I start getting obnoxious. And in that way, it affects me, the individual, with my persistence to move forward, all because I choose to put an attitude in front of it. In saying this, Toastmasters, we have to be very cognizant of the fact that our attitude plays a significant role in our lives, in our daily lives, and what we do, eventually it will affect us in the long term, whether in our professional life, in our family life. We have to be persistent, cognizant of every single thing that we do, because persistence and attitude goes hand to hand. So I encourage you to check your attitude and ensure that it's in keeping with your persistence of your life. Table topic master, over to you.
Lovely, lovely words, Toastmaster Carla. Indeed, persistence and good habit, attitude, it goes hand to hand together. Thank you so much for your insights. Let's move forward. Toastmaster Saurabh. 4 is also gone. Toastmaster Saurabh. Copy, why I'm saying copy today? Cup of coffee or a book?
A cup of coffee, number 7.
Number 7. Did you know how much coffee does the world drink in a day? Well, globally, people consume about 2.25 million cups of coffee every day. Imagine 2.25 billion cups of coffee every day. Toastmaster Saurabh, your topic is it's time to change the kingdom now. Animals will rule this world. It's time to change the kingdom now. Animals will rule this world. Over to you, Toastmaster Saurabh.
From a long time, I've been reading a book that's called Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. And in that, it is described how humans conquered the world, how it started, how they began talking to each other, and how ultimately they lead, like they there were formations and how they ultimately conquered. Now, when I see the humans, the emotion part is a little getting away from them, and they're getting a little mean. They're getting, they're not as emotional as they should be. They're not taking care of the environment that they live in, and they're not willing to give back to the society. Well, if this continues, it's time that animals will rule. And what is one thing that differentiates humans from animals? Obviously, one thing is our intelligence. The other thing is humanity. We all see humans, but where is the humanity part? If this humanity part is missing from the humans, our animal instincts are getting heavier, are taking control of our lives, then yes, animals will rule. And I'm not saying will rule, they are ruling. Over to you, table topic master. You're on mute.
Wow, thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurabh. But I'm not going to be, I will be a little bit optimistic that animals are not ruling, but just imagine now King lion become the president of India, and his advisor is somewhere giraffe or deer. What is going to happen with us? And we will be called that stay away from the human. Imagine that scenario. Anyways, thank you so much for your pointers. That's all. This is from my side, and I would like to hand over the virtual stage again to Toastmaster Smita to conduct the feedback on these table topics and then conclude the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Smita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faisal. Actually, this reminded me of the movie The Planet of the Apes. When we spoke about the world run by animals, I would like our audience members to give a feedback on the presentation and the presentation skills exhibited by our table topic master, Toastmaster Carla. We would like to hear from you. How were the topics, and how was the coffee or the book combination that Toastmaster Faisal had kept? Yes, Toastmaster Carla.
I love the creativity of his creative gene with regards to the table topic segment. It's the first time I've noticed something of such. I like too that Toastmaster Faisal took his time to explain what the table topic segment is all about and telling us, the presenter or the audience member who we call upon, about the timing for the prepared speech. In my opinion, the questions, they were not too long-winded. They were appropriate, and persons were able to retain the topic, and it was also displayed on the screen just in case you forget what the topic was. Overall, I believe he did an exceptional job, and I would encourage him to be creative in every aspect of his presentation. Toastmaster Sumitra, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Carla. Toastmaster Saurabh, your feedback on the presentation skills and the presentation of table topics today.
Okay.
Toastmaster Saurabh.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Smita. One feedback that I have is when you give a lot of information before giving the topic, it actually gives the speaker a lot of time and some content. The time at which you were telling them, did you know things, some parts, at that time, they could also see the topics. So one recommendation would be, while explaining that, if you have something additional to say, while saying that, then you can have the topic in the next slide. That is just one recommendation, because sometimes speaker might not be focusing what you are trying to say. They just see the topic and they might be thinking, okay, this is my topic. And then like the moment Toastmaster Faisal finishes, I'll be speaking on that topic. So let me think of some things. So that could be avoided, because table topic is all about thinking on the feet right now. So that's just feedback. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smith.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, definitely. I also thought that, the speaker was actually buying time by reading the topics there. And I thought it was a way for Toastmaster Faisal to actually give time to the speaker, since there were different kind of topics this time. So I thought it was his way of giving time to the speaker by telling a little info about a book or a coffee. And that is why the topics were already mentioned there. But yes, it's a table topic session. So this could also be, you could look into this, Toastmaster Faisal. Wonderfully conducted table topic session as always. And you are a master here. This is not the first time we have seen something creative that you have done. You always come up with amazing table topics. So it's always a treat to be part of it. Now, may I request, since you're also the tech master, do you think it will be possible to conduct a poll for the best table topic speaker? Do you think it's possible for us to do that, Toastmaster Faisal?
It says to me you are logged in from another device. Can you launch, Saurabh?
You can
I'll make you.
co-host.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, then I can definitely launch.
Please launch.
but then he's also a participant.
Yeah.
How will he vote?
Yeah.
My vote to Toastmaster Faisal.
But he did not speak, okay. So
Then it will be.
I'm
yes, it will-
voting from two devices, or I could not see, since I am also possibly the co-host. So I could not see it on my screen. I saw it on my backup device. The poll
Yes.
was there.
You
This
can
was-
launch Toastmasters Smita. You can launch also poll. Just click on polls and why it's saying you are logged in from another device. Your polling session is inactive. I don't know why.
Why? So I have polled from one device. I've attempted the poll
Yeah.
from one device. I thought
You
I could do it twice. I could do it from two devices. I thought I could take in Toastmaster or let's say vote for Toastmaster Saurabh also.
or just we can put. I am putting the name in chat box. You can send me private message in the chat box. This is something okay.
So I have done.
Here.
I would request everyone to please vote for their favorite speaker today. So I've already. Okay, done. So Toastmaster Faisal, I'm sending you my vote.
All right. Carla, Toastmaster Carla, your vote, please.
And I request Toastmaster Carla, Toastmaster Kamar out there also to vote for the speaker they like the most today. Toastmaster Faisal,
Yes.
do you have votes from everyone?
Just from Saurabh and you, Toastmaster Carla, I'm still waiting the vote.
Toastmaster Carla will request you also to, Toastmaster Carla, give a vote, please, to the
For
speaker.
the best table topic speaker.
You are one of the participants for the best table topic speaker. Kindly send your vote to Toastmaster Faisal.
All right, I have the majority.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So while you prepare the results, let me ask you, like Toastmaster Faisal has already told you, Toastmaster Saurabh, Toastmaster Carla is new to our club. She has joined in today. We have started following a different kind of a session. A regular Toastmasters meeting consists of a prepared speeches section, a table topic sections, and an evaluation section. But out here at NVezion Toastmasters Club, we meet once a week. And the 4 weeks that we meet, our first week is a speech marathon week. Our second week, we invite a guest speaker. Our third is a workshop. Our third week is a workshop. And a fourth week, the one that you witnessed today, is a presentation section, right? So the workshop and the presentation weeks, they are evaluated by the entire audience members who are present in the meeting. For the evaluation, for our first meeting of the month, that is the speech marathon, we have a general evaluator, we have an accountant, a grammarian, just the way we have our regular meetings. Okay. So that is what we do out here. We try and bring in industry experts. We try and have something different than a regular meeting. So how did you like this form of a meeting today? This was very different. You did not see prepared speeches. You did not see an accountant, a grammarian. You did not see all those things. How was it for you? Toastmaster Saurabh.
It was different, but it wasn't weird. It was actually good because if we have a shortage of role plays, this is definitely something we can try. And I enjoyed it. It wasn't like it wasn't forced. The presenter wasn't calling anyone. Sometimes even the videos, like for a lot of speakers, videos are turned off. Like for Toastmaster Kamar, Toastmaster Asank, their videos are also turned off. So that is kind of a little disheartening, but it wasn't, didn't came out as forced. This thing was acted as natural. So I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't something weird. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. This is the first month that we have given this a trial, and today is the 4th week, and we complete one cycle of this entire new, let's say, new agenda that we have prepared for our club. And our next Thursday at 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we will be conducting a speech marathon. So again, the whole cycle. So this is just the first month completed with this new way of doing things. Toastmaster Carla, how was the meeting for you?
The meeting for me was different. Notwithstanding that every person who spoke during the meeting spoke really well. I didn't hear the report of the accounter, the grammarian, and the general evaluator, which I believe is different. However, there were I know a lot of persons on the call probably like eating meat, and we had a lot of during the presentation. So I encourage those persons who like to eat meat to take stock of how many you eat during the course of the week, which can affect your flow in how you speak. But overall, you had an excellent meeting. I love it. And I'm happy that I was able to log in and get a lot of information and insight into how you do things at your club. Great meeting, guys.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Carla. And this point taken, that whether we are doing a presentation or we're conducting a workshop, our R's and Ums actually tell how effectively we are speaking. And I think we can start having these role players also as far as the workshops and our presentations are concerned. Point well taken, Toastmaster Carla. Good for you to bring it up. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Sankhya, are you there? Well, Toastmaster Sankhya is present, but also I'm sure he's occupied with a whole lot of other things. Toastmaster Faisal, words from you, please. You were the presenter, you were the table topic master also today. How was it for you?
I am very happy because the reason I have joined Toastmasters Club was this, because I have to present my products, my services. Sometimes I go and deliver keynote speeches in some business events. That's the reason I have joined, to improve my presentation skill and the skill I can capture the attraction of audiences. Because sometimes people, they give me suggestions that when you start your presentation and when you start talking, then you go very low and you are not getting any success to grab the audience attention. That's the reason I joined Toastmaster, and I'm happy that today I have delivered presentations, not extraordinarily, but at least somewhere I have improved from the previous performances. So it is a good opportunity for me to be here. And I can see, since we have started following this new meeting format, I am having good positive vibes that yes, we are doing something uniquely different and we are learning a lot. We are learning tremendously a lot. When we have any keynote speaker comes from industry expert or influencing area, we learn what is new or unique thing happening around the globe. And whenever someone gives the workshop, then we learn a lot from their workshop. We learn about their industry, we learn about new trends, we learn about new things, how to deliver a workshop, how to grab the attraction of the audiences. I feel this is something we are achieving very nice, differently. And like I did presentation, this segment also, our audience, our members will learn a lot, and the presenter also has, whenever we get the feedback, we learn so many things. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Yes. Yes, yes, absolutely. And I will just like to this new format. First week, like we said, we had a speech marathon, which
Your
was
voice is lagging. I think you
where
have
people
network issues.
there were 5 speakers who had participated, and we had speakers from not only our clubs but from other clubs as well. Am I still in connection, or
Please,
have I
I'm not
lost?
sure
If I'm audible,
if
give
I
me
have-
a thumbs up.
Your voice is lagging. We are not able to understand easily.
Yes, yes, that is what I just thought. I just switched my device. So for all the other members who are there, for Toastmasters, Saurabh and
I think she has network problem. This is nice. After speeches and so many things, we are musical performance.
First week we had a speech marathon. Our
She is dropped off.
Yeah, now she's dropped off. But yeah, it was good actually.
Yeah.
so we've been losing.
We had witnessed musical performance by Toastmaster Smita Kotkar.
Again and again, I'm losing connection, and thank you so much for being there. So let me stop here. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. We've had a lovely time with you. We are so glad. Believe me, we are glad from the bottom of our hearts that you took out time from your schedules to be with us today and spend some time with us. And also you gave us your valuable feedback. Thank you so much. May you have a wonderful day, Toastmaster Carla and Toastmaster Saurabh.
See you in our next meeting in a speech marathon. Thank you so much. Good night. Good morning.